everyone, happy Saturday. Today I'm going to be answering some of your questions. Kuba's out practicing in the van, so I thought it'd be a good time to run through some of your questions. And like my last Q&A video, I'm just going to let YouTube filter your questions. YouTube will be pulling from all of the comments I've gotten on the videos in the past few days, and then I will answer the questions that I have not answered in the comment section. Any comment that has a question, I will be going through. And this time I'm not going to ramble on for like 28 minutes or so. I'm actually going to set a timer so I can keep the video brief. What political situation? They're referring to the situation in Poland. I'm not sure what answer they want from me. Next question. What are you watching on Netflix? We just finished watching The Crown. But in general, we watch movies. I tend to prefer films. There aren't too many series I actually like. But we just finished up The Crown, and that was really good. Are the hiking boots, the Salomon hiking boots in the description below, vegan? So yes, the boots are vegan. They're super comfortable. I had trouble finding hiking boots that were actually vegan, but these ones are, so highly recommend them. What is that blending gadget? I need it. I think they're referring to our Immersion Blender. It's just like a stick blender. It's pretty affordable. We just bought it at the grocery store. I'm always surprised that vegetarian or vegan food is named after regular food items. Why? Could it be called vegan pasta with creamed vegetable sauce? There is an Asian dish called mock chicken. It doesn't look like chicken or taste like chicken, so why call it chicken? They're referring to my vegan mac and cheese video. Like, I can understand where they're coming from, but some foods, like let's say milk or patties or a burger, something like that, where you do have vegan items where it's like a veggie burger, tofu nugget, something like that. I don't really care if I'm calling it mac and cheese if there's not actual cow's milk cheese in the dish. And honestly, that dish is meant to replicate what mac and cheese looks like. So calling it veggie pasta with creamed vegetable sauce, that doesn't have the same ring to it. Like making almond milk, yeah, you can say it's blended almonds with water, but just saying almond milk is easier. So no one's trying to like convince people that this is secretly cheese or anything like that. It's vegan mac and cheese. So you know there's no like cow's milk cheese in it. That's just how you describe it. The same with like a burger. You can say a vegan burger. And saying burger doesn't mean it has to contain beef or whatever. There's turkey burgers, chicken burgers, whatever. That's just what you call it. But yeah, to me, it looks like mac and cheese, so that's what I'm going to call it. Do you ever eat only fresh salad? Bio. I don't eat fresh salads because I don't like salads. If I have to eat a salad, I will, but I would much prefer to eat a big bowl of pasta than eat a salad. I also don't like salad dressing. So I get plenty of veggies in the foods I eat. I don't need to eat salads. And bio, I don't know if they're meaning do I eat organic salads or if this recipe is organic. But I honestly don't really care about organic or not organic, especially in Poland. I just go for whatever looks and tastes the best. Kuba is Polish, right? Does he still have family there? Do you get together with them? Also, do you drink wine? If so, have you thought about making your own? Kuba is Polish, and he does have family here. And we have gotten together with them in the past, but that's something that I'm not going to show on this channel. I want it to be more about my recipes, our life in this tiny house, and I just feel better that way, especially since like my channel has grown a lot, and based on some of the reactions I get, I don't want to have other people experience that. So I would rather just keep it with me and Kuba. It just seems simpler that way. And it's a privacy thing too, because like I can ask friends and family like, oh, is it okay if I put you in my vlog? And some of them are fine with it. But some of them aren't fine with it. So if I don't show us hanging out with family in this vlog, it doesn't mean that we're hiding something or that we never meet up with them. It's just that it's not pertinent to this channel, in my opinion. Because this is only a slice of my life. It's not the whole thing. And sometimes it's just easier to not film certain things. It's more fun to not have a camera and like putting the camera in everyone's faces. So yeah, we have gotten together with them, but that's not something that's gonna show up on this channel. And regarding do we drink wine? We don't. We both stopped drinking I quit drinking in like 2016, and Kuba quit drinking well before that. I don't even know how long. So we just don't drink anymore. So we're fine with it. Umiesz mówić po polsku. I think they're saying, can you speak Polish? So I'm a native English speaker. I am learning Polish. And this channel is always going to be in English. You know, even though we're staying in Poland right now, I'm not going to transition it to a Polish language channel because my audience is international. It's just the way it is that English tends to be the common language among all of us. So I'm not going to do the videos in Polish. And as far as Polish subtitles, that's something I would like to do, but I honestly don't have the time right now, and neither does Kuba, to be putting the subtitles in our videos. So I do have it enabled where viewers can offer to help with the subtitles. So I can post info in the video description. If you can speak Polish and English and you want to help out with that, by all means you can help us. We'd be very grateful for that. But for now, I'm just going to focus on making the videos and then keeping them in English because that's just what I speak. What? No gloves? Haha. This is on the poop buckets and firewood video, so maybe they're surprised that Kuba isn't wearing gloves doing that. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. We're not too squeamish about that, we just wash our hands. I know that apple cider vinegar gets rid of the odor from animal waste. How will this affect the compost? I didn't know that about apple cider vinegar, and I don't know how that would affect the compost because we're not putting apple cider vinegar in the compost. I use that in like our pancakes, so no pancake stuff is going into the compost, so I think the compost will be fine. Alright, Lisa, you have very nice gloves. Can you please share the brand and link? If you're talking about the black mitten ones that fold over, I bought them from Decathlon. So that's like a sporting goods, recreational type shop. But I don't know if you can buy them online. I just bought them in Decathlon before a Bieszczada trip. Will you build a bigger house over there in Poland? No, this house is plenty big. We don't need a bigger house. This is our house, so it's big enough for us. Are you guys experiencing an unusually warm winter there? Yes, it is unusually warm here. Kuba said it's like the warmest winter on record, or maybe in the recent past, but it's very warm here for winter. Did it hurt to have your finger tattoos done any more than the others? I'm considering getting tattoos on my fingers. Not really. All tattoos are painful. So my finger tattoos, they hurt, but they took less time than my other ones, so to me it's around the same. Next question's related to those. What does cake life mean to you? So my last career in the States was a pastry chef. I worked as a pastry chef for a few years, so that's why I have cake life on my hands. I wanted to get knuckle tats, so it just seemed like the right thing to do. I figured I would always like cake, so yeah, I like them. Why not make some food and cakes for the guys at the Sawmill to say thanks? I guess we could do that. I mean, we thank them anyways when we're picking up the sawdust, so I'm not sure I need to bake them anything to say thank you. Alright, so I have a question in Polish here, so pardon my pronunciation. Czy jest to przygoda? Czy może stabilne życie? Które będzie tak wyglądało? So I guess the question is asking whether like us living here is like a short-term thing or it's gonna be like a long-term thing. It's semi-permanent. We don't know how long we're going to stay here. At a bare minimum, I want to stay for 5 years in this house. We do understand that if we want to travel around, like if we go back to living in the van, traveling around Europe, we're not going to just give up this house, so we will work out something where we can stay here part-time and live in the van part-time. I don't like to think that far into the future because it's like we just moved into this house. I just want to stay excited about us being here and enjoying it now instead of worrying about when we're going to move away already. Because to me, it doesn't really make sense to be thinking that far into the future. I do like to plan well in advance, but I don't want to be thinking now after we just moved in when we're going to be leaving, because that's going to affect how I'm enjoying my time here. This house is permanent. Like, you can live in it. We're totally fine living in it. And we'll just see what happens in the next 5 years or so. Is it common to add vinegar to pancake batter? Is it necessary? Why? So I add apple cider vinegar to pancake batter so it reacts with the baking powder, and that's what'll get the pancakes to fluff. I have seen some recipes that don't put in apple cider vinegar, but with my pancake recipe, there's quite a lot of baking powder, so you need something that's guaranteed to react with that. So if you're baking something with buttermilk, that will react with the baking powder as well. But since this is a vegan recipe, you have to add something like apple cider vinegar. I often wonder when I see and hear all of the YouTube vloggers and bloggers who edit talking about their editing, how much time does it take to edit and whether they like the editing process or not? Is there an easier way? The amount of time spent editing really depends on the video. It can take anywhere from a couple hours to several hours. And it depends on the length of the video too, but it also depends on how much footage you have. Like when we were in India, I filmed a lot because everything was new and I wanted to capture it all. With these daily vlogs, it's simpler because I don't have that much footage. Like yesterday's video, it was under 7 minutes, between 6 and 7 minutes. I still had around 45 minutes of footage to edit. For some of the longer videos, I'll have between an hour and 2 hours of footage. So it takes me time to go through all of that footage and take out what I need and then put it together. And you don't just go through it once. You have to go through it several times and like rearrange things. So I personally enjoy editing. I really like it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making videos. And even though it takes more time to edit, I like doing the like travel vlogs where we're going somewhere new or we're doing a lot in the day. But the negative to that is that I end up having lots of footage to sift through, but I feel like it makes a better video if you have more footage to pull from. With these videos filmed at home, there isn't that much footage because it's the same setting every time, so I know exactly what to film. There is an easier way to do it, and that's just to do less complicated videos. But even with a simple talking video, there's editing involved. So it's never the case where you just like, you start recording and you film and that's it. So if the video is like 12 minutes long, that probably means I have an hour to 2 hours of footage from that day, and I pick the few seconds that I want to show you in that video. So editing is always going to be tedious. There are things you can learn to speed it up, but in general, it just takes time. That's how you edit, and it does get easier in the sense that now that I've been making videos for a few years, I have a better idea about what shots I need for certain videos. But even now, there are times where I'm not quite sure how to film something, so I have to film it in like 3 or 4 different ways, and then only later figure out how to put it together. So editing isn't just like removing mundane moments from your day, but it's also being creative where you're using audio from this portion, overlaying that on the visuals from here, and then of course editing it to music. That's my favorite part. But yeah, that's all the questions I'll ask now. I think I will do this once a week. I don't want to miss any of your questions. I'll try to do this again next Saturday when Kuba's practicing again. So thank you so much for your questions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.